You want to start now? 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 Okay. All right. Hey, I'm Dave, and welcome to the Stacks Books and Comics. We just opened. We're talking like within the last month. So here's the store. All right. Follow me. Come on in. Over here, we have all our new books. So we are a new and used books shop. One thing is that anything that's new is going to be clearly marked as a new item. So we're not going to mix and match. Like there are some stores that will integrate all your used books with all your new books and you're just kind of guessing. But that's not here. Primarily, we're doing a lot of used stuff. So to make that a reality and for new items to keep coming in, we want you to bring in your used books and your used comics. We have a whole trade-in policy. We have a database. We keep it for you. We also give you a little card. It'll have whatever trade amount you have on it. You can use your trade-in credit for up to 50% of your used books or comics, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. If you want to buy a cheap thing, expensive thing, we got you. The only thing is, if you want good stuff, you gotta bring good stuff. I don't want to see a whole bunch of modern age comics and you wanting to go ahead and pick up like Amazing Spider-Man 252. It's probably not going to happen. But if you want the trade-in credit, yeah, you bring in good, we'll give you good. As far as the store itself is concerned, we have general fiction here. So in general fiction, you'll find your popular authors. So say Baldacci, say Tom Clancy, say James Patterson, say Fern Michaels, say Sue Grafton. Things that what I typically call your target authors, people that you're going to find in general department stores, things like that. You're also going to find a lot more contemporary reads, historical fiction, romance. One of my wife's favorite authors, Elizabeth, loves herself some Ken Follett. So much so that we've recommended it to several people. If you want any Ken Follett, let us know. I'll make sure Liz is here and she will talk to you just at length about how wonderful his historical fiction is. All right, let's move along. Young adult stuff is going to be right here. I've been selling online for about 20 years, also doing various trade shows. Interesting thing about selling online is that it is going to be different than what sells in the store. Historically online, I sold a lot of vintage, fantasy, science fiction, also a lot of university pressings. Those tend to be in social sciences and back in history. We have a fairly extensive fantasy, sci-fi section. People ask, do you have a separate horror section? The answer is no, because I can't keep it in stock long enough to justify there even being a section. So it will be in here. Everything's going to be alphabetical and then by author, and then within the author will be alphabetical by the title. It is nice and very organized. Being an Army vet, if you've met veterans, you know that we can be very organized, very right dress, and that's going to be happening here. So moving on towards the back of the store, we have a section here on different series. So you're going to see things along the lines of The Executioner, Mac Bolan, Nick Carter, but also going down to the bottom, you're going to see a lot of your sci-fi fantasy series. So you'll see a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. You'll see Perry Rodan, who a lot of people aren't familiar with, but written in Germany, kind of like the Buck Rogers of Germany. Lots of Star Wars books too. We do get some Black Hammer Library stuff in. I'm working on getting new books for that as well. So if you're into Warhammer 40K and you want the Black Library stuff, that will be coming in shortly. Lots of vintage westerns, mystery thriller, suspense, lots of vintage there as well. We have 2 racks of ace doubles, and we have more at the house in the back stock. So if you're looking for an ace double, that we can snag for you. Come on back into the nether regions. Nonfiction section. We have history here, which is ever expanding. Working on getting some new signage so we can be more accurate here. Reference, we have a shelf of paranormal and mysticism that's going to be right over here. We've also now taken to putting the vintage books in the back here. We're going to be expanding this section as we have run out of shelf space already. Anything that's high end and more expensive is going to be over here, right here where you see this green book sticking out. A couple shelves of high-end and more expensive. So let's look at here where something that's really super cool, at least unique. Not used in the Weimar Republic. Something like this is going to run a few $100s. We also have, let's see, something you don't see every day is Dune, but right here you see is published by Chilton. Why, do you ask? Well, going forward after this, Dune, Dune Messiah, God Emperor, Children of Dune would all be published by, in hardcover format, Putnam. Before that, Frank Herbert had a hard time getting someone to publish Dune, and yeah, Chilton, the people that make your auto manual, said, yeah, we'll publish that. So that's why your very first editions, early editions of Dune, will be Chilton editions. We have two right now. We have one with the dust jacket, one without. They run $100 each, approximately. We have a couple different versions. One's earlier than the other. You can figure out that by doing the gutter markings. If you're interested in gutter markings and what it means with books, that can be a whole other future segment. All right, let's go over here. Now, you know what? No, let's go here. Something cool in this shop right now is these life-size Batman standees. One thing you can do is come into the shop, get your selfie, well, I'll help you take it, with Batman, Batgirl, or Robin on the motorbike, and then if you would hashtag us and let us know that you were here, let everybody else know that you can have a picture with Batman, then that would be great. Now we do books, we also do comics. So we don't have the wall set up, I need to improve that to get all the high value stuff in. Why books and why comics together? You know, it's all the written word. These are things that I have personally loved, things that I got into as a side gig to help make some extra money that's now turned into a full-time passion. We have more than this in the back. We have more than this still sitting at the house in our storeroom. We have tons and tons. We're working on getting this all into one singular point of sale system. What does that mean? Well, that means that of the approximately 25 to 30,000 items in the store, you can go to our website or our eBay store at this point, click, I want this, pick it up in the store, don't pay the shipping, shop from your house, come on in, pick it up, you're all paid, or you can pay when you're in the store. We've done this as well with Magic cards. I haven't played since I was in high school. A lot of these came from one singular collection. We now have a website for this, the Pro Seller. We have a kiosk that we're going to be setting up as well. So it's going to be very easy to go through. So if that's your bag, then you can get to the Magic cards as well. Something else that's cool, we put a lot of cool RPG stuff here on this very nice spinny guy. It's hard to keep vintage Dungeons and Dragons and RPG stuff here. We really don't have much at the moment, so if you have some, bring it in. Other cool things that we put on here, it's like stuff like this. They are repops, but they're all of these vintage posters that I'm trying to drop on the ground right now, but failing, which is good. Right here, like Return of the Vampire, Bride of Frankenstein, Devil Girl from Mars, this kind of stuff. This I found while out hunting. It's super cool stuff. They're not terribly expensive, like 20, 25 bucks, maybe 15 bucks each. We also have a whole bunch of new comics that are going to be right over here. We're going to get new comics weekly. We just started getting the Marvel books in, and these are all going to be at cover price, right? Now, one thing we want to do, and one thing that we are going to do, is that if you want to have new comics and you want to pre-order it, kind of subscription style, if you pre-order and we will invoice you, we will keep track of this. We'll give you 10% off the cover price, and we'll bag and board your comics each week as they come in. If you're out of state and you like this deal, let us know, because I am happy to ship it to you at cost. We'll figure out what that is and what it looks like. That's where we're at right now. Going forward, what are we going to do? Well, we really want to get subscription services moving. We want to be the place that you come to buy special, unique books. We can pre-order almost anything you want if it's still in print. One thing we want to do, and we are working on, is getting more shelves. We are going to be expanding all the sections. So you'll see more fantasy, more sci-fi, more mystery, more general fiction coming up. How do we keep doing this? Well, we want you to bring your books in. We want you to bring your comics in. You have some weird geek stuff, bring it on in. We want to give you credit. We want you to be invested in building what we have here so that you can also get cool stuff for you at a fraction of the cost you're going to get somewhere else. Oh, you know what? Here's another cool thing. I said we were limited on the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, but we have 2 boxes of vintage Dragon magazine. Pre-internet, you couldn't get your new RPG stuff, right? So you got a subscription to it. These are from the 80s, all kinds of them, 2 full boxes of them. If you are a big D&D fan and you've got all the books, you have all the pewter miniatures, I doubt you have every single Dragon magazine, and we've got 150 or so here. Come on in, check it out. Super cool.